Prison.
We're off. We're away here on Barn Burner.
It's a little pre-show cry. No big deal here.
No big deal.
MBD.
No big deal. How are we looking? Are we looking good? Because remember we had the thing before where we weren't looking at the thing. I'm not looking at the thing. I'm seeing the pre-show thing.
Yeah. Proxy something.
No, as much as I want. Like I'm seeing Tan Man. I'm seeing.
That's what the audience is seeing.
There we go. There it is. Is that what the audience? I don't know what the audience is seeing. What the audience is seeing is Pinder with bloodshot eyes, which is not new.
I was going to say, it must be a day that ends in Y.
Yeah,
if I've got bloodshot.
That's not new, but we've been trying to elevate our game here at the show. We've been trying to be better, be ready, be prepared, and we started with the smelling salts. Now you see these guys on the guys on the bench. And it used to be kind of like tabs, right? Retro, they'd have tabs. You'd see them kind of do that, and then they just fire them in the. They're real, right? This is no joke.
They work.
When you're anywhere, yeah. Don't keep lid tightly sealed when not in use. And Pinder took a big haul off of.
I didn't know what I was doing because I kind of thought it was always wimpy how they're like,
yeah.
When you see it on TV. So I got my schnoz right in there.
Yeah, bunch of whips.
And I almost fell over, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's on the Twitters if you need it. It was.
You don't need a deep breath. You don't need a deep breath. Just let the slight sniff.
And it's like this is we got to learn our lessons in life. I just realized you don't need a big whiff of those.
No, you don't.
Yeah, someone could have told me that, but I was keen to show you how tough I was.
Well, yeah, for sure. We'll maybe find that video later in the show. Yeah, welcome to the Tower Chrysler Studios. We'll talk about Tower Chrysler in a moment. I just remembered because I think I told you yesterday or the day before. They were doing. I think we were leaving at the radio station. We were moving from the Northeast to the downtown, and the engineering department, they were doing a whole bunch of cleaning and stuff. And I don't know what it was, but they had these kind of swabs or whatever for cleaning the whatever control heads or whatever.
Gross.
It was essentially the guy's like, well, it's smelling salts. It's the same composition or whatever as smelling salts. Yeah. So I figured I'm going to have some fun with this. So I walked into the studio. Steinberg was on the air in a commercial break. So I did one of these. So pretend this is the swab. It's not, obviously. So I hold it up and I don't take a sniff. I'm like, smells good. Pat, you got to take a smell of this. The engineering guys had it. Take a whiff. And he took a big haul on it. Oh. He hit the floor. Literally hit the floor. Lying on the floor of the studio, wailing.
It's quite something to have a smell put you on the floor.
Yeah.
You saw me there. We'll put it up on the show later.
Yeah.
That was close.
And you knew it was coming. He didn't. It was really not a nice thing to do. Oh. Pat, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Pat.
Sorry about that.
That's ignorant.
A bit ignorant, for sure. Yeah, a little bit ignorant. Now, I know that our boy Serge over at Tower Chrysler, he's getting ready for the Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament coming up on the weekend. He got a new lid. He got new skates and gloves, and he bought some of this stuff.
Oh, good.
So now you can be prepared, all right? So there'll be enough things making you pass out up there that aren't smelling salts. Don't let this also become one of those things.
Well, I feel like if someone does pass out, this is how you bring them back.
Yeah.
Right?
We're getting close to it now.
We are. I'm now looking at weather reports and planning my departure. I'm excited for this drive. I have not done it since high school. So very excited.
Yeah. I have never been to Jasper.
The Icefields Parkway, I believe it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a level on Mario Kart, but it's actually a real thing.
Pond Hockey Tournament's full, but there's still plenty of reasons to check out Jasper. Jasper.travel/January is the website. You can go and see everything that's going on there. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting up there. Now, you put together this, you have a starting, it's what, 4-on-4?
Yep. Starting
rosters you've put together?
Yep. I don't know if we start Princey, if that's kind of like Torts starting McGrattan, Westgarth, Blair Jones. Like I don't want necessarily to set that tone with the Oilers guys. So maybe we start with Princey on the second line so no one thinks we're trying to start a brawl. But I need you out there early before you lose your wind. So you're going to be out there first for sure. And then I think we need old Man Deep to be out there to tuck one on the first shift and set the tone. And then probably Mosser and myself. That's our starting four.
Good. Yeah. If you want to put somebody else in, I'm fine with that.
I want to get you in early because I know you're going to quit later.
Yeah, that's true.
So
no, he's the secret weapon. Don't bring him out. He's end of the game guy.
He doesn't play. It will be a secret. That is one thing that's true about that.
Huge secret. Yeah. Real good one. And speaking of Serge, we showed he's been on the ice. You got him doing push-ups and shoveling and doing all this sort of thing. Took a little day off from the training apparently yesterday, as the Tower Chrysler folks, among other hundreds of people, took part in the Calgary Flames charity poker tournament.
There you go.
You were dearly, dearly missed, Rhett.
I bet.
Now, no one told me that anything. No one said anything to me about it.
But they had too many bottles of rye. They were way overstocked.
Yeah, I can only imagine that you were dearly missed. There's Serge. There's Big Ern, the
Daniel
big man.
Negreanu was in there before that. There's Luch.
Luch trying to fit that. It's a big one. There's Dubé. Dylan Dubes.
Okay, so him next to Dubé, it's like, okay, those are normal sized humans. Go back to Luch. It looks like Serge is like a stuffed doll next to Luch. Look at that.
It's maybe the depth of field.
Maybe, I don't know, but Luch is a big man.
Bad angle there.
Jeez.
Quite a beard on Dubes. He does have the Roy Kent.
He does.
And then look at this here. I mean, if there's a guy that was not born to wear a cowboy hat, Andrew Mangiapane.
Top five?
It's really something. It's
no, he looks like a bull rider. He's fine.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah, those guys are.
Yeah, they're kind of lean.
You know what? He looks like an authentic cowboy, not trying to impress the ladies at Stampede Cowboy.
He's beat the piss. That guy. He's good.
Yeah. Now, what about Serge? Does he?
He does not look like a cowboy.
No.
I'm sure he's got a lovely get up for the 10 days, but
He's happy though, eh? Cheer up, Serge. Jeez. Mix in a smile once in a while.
And God, you know what? There's nothing more confident than a dude wearing flowers on his shirt. I love it. That's a man's man right there.
That's our secret weapon in Jasper right there.
The flowers.
Yeah, there it is. That guy is ready. Now, do you want to tell them about because it was the poker tournament I remember we were at.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were obviously doing the show together. I don't know if we were doing more. I don't know, but I know that we were there, Retro, and you had to be stopped at the exit.
No, I made it. Well, I made it through one exit. I made it out the poker room exit, but not out the front door exit.
The casino exit, yeah.
We were walking out, and I didn't know what was going on. And then Candace Gowdy with the Flames Foundation, she came. That's right.
Yeah.
She came running up, and it wasn't very much a, hey, did you happen to? It was a, hey, Rhett, we're going to need that iPad from your pants.
That's right. The one you've stuffed in your pants.
Because they had the iPads to keep track of the buy-ins and all of this. And apparently where the iPads are, they had a good idea.
Now, one of the years they switched on the silent auction from the sign your name on the sheet to these tablets that you would scroll through all the items. So there was just tablets strewn all over a banquet hall so that you could sift through. You get a login, and then boom, no matter where you were, I'm over here. I'll check this tablet. Boom, that bid went up. I'm going to jump on that. I'm sure you were just trying to stay abreast with what were some sort of a smoker or some sort of
heavy bidding. I was
fine wine. A lot of was going, so it would alert you maybe if you were outbid. Is that why you had to slid it into your pants and were trying to exit the building?
It fit into my boot, and it was perfect size, so I could walk around with it. And I had a lot of bids going that day, and I must have lost track.
Yeah,
don't want to be outbid. You need all that stuff.
In his defense, it's not necessarily the soberest of events that the Flames put on.
No, it's not. And I mean, I guess just a pro tip, as they say, if you're going to steal something, a casino's probably not the right place.
There's cameras everywhere.
Everywhere there's cameras, Retro. So
I've actually been in the back. I've actually been in the back room of a casino, and it's quite amazing what you can zoom in.
Were they beating the shit out of you? Breaking your thumbs?
No, it was friendly. I was looking for someone that was gambling in the the casino, and They found that person in about half a second.
Miss May, 1992, or what? What do we got here?
Someone special, and I just wanted to say hello. I was a big fan. Big fan.
Gotcha. Big fan. Wow.
So can anybody just get into the back room, into the camera room?
No.
Was she a published author? Maybe a scientist? What?
Yeah. You know me and my medical devices and conspiracy theories. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The arts.
Archaeologist, maybe?
Arts.
Yeah. Or was it a different kind of art?
Yeah.
Film.
But raising a bunch of money. That one, the golf tournament.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
I'll bet you yesterday.
I am too.
I'll bet you yesterday was big because everyone's been, have they had that since coming back? They didn't have it last year. I was just
going to ask that. I don't know that last year we were out of the protocols at this time of year. We still had empty buildings. I remember Florida passed through early in the new year.
Yes,
and it was half crowd, no booze and food. So I doubt they would have put the players in seats next to strangers within a 2-3 month window of that. But then again, I mean, things changed quick for those 2 years. So the regulations or rules today weren't the rules and regulations necessarily in 2 weeks. So that's just a guess.
And there's different types of people that go to the poker tournament. There's the, philanthropists giving money back, want to take part, have a good time for the kids, mix and mingle with some celebrities and pro athletes and that sort of thing. And then there's the serious poker player, like the pool player that shows up with his own pool cue sort of thing.
Yeah.
They settle, make sure they got lots of food because they're staying there, could be there all night.
They're maxing out their what is it?
Buy-in.
Well, yeah, because
rebuy.
There's rebuys, but then there's also like you can top up until a certain time, and there's certain thresholds you can top up, and yeah, they're ready for the long haul here. This is all measured and calculated and part of the plan.
Didn't Sarich make it to the final table, like a legit final table a few years ago?
Stinking Willsey made it to that.
Yeah, there's usually there is though. Like Jimmy Playfair was the first year. Dana Merzen has done it a couple times. Sarich, I think, made it. I won one, not the Flames one, but you just throw in just go all in all the time and get lucky. Drive people like
that's all you need.
Nuts.
If everyone goes in all the time, somebody's going to win going all in the whole thing. It's some theory.
It's also good. It's also good to have a guy that doesn't give a rat's early on and has lots of dough and is at your table and keeps rebuying, and you know damn well that he has nothing and he's going all in all the time, and you just fill your pockets.
Thank you for your rebuy.
I think there was a
Kids
Miracle Wish Foundation event that the Stamps were a part of. I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago, and I was on mornings then, and it was like twisting my arm. I'm like, okay, I'll come, but I won't be any good, and I'll get out of here and I'll get a nice night's sleep. And then the drunkest man in Canada showed up with the big stack. I'm like, well, I'm going to take this guy down. I'm not that good at poker, but this guy's fucking hammered. And next thing it was 1 a.m. and I ended up in the 6th seat. I think the 5 paid. And I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Slow play till you get to 5. But that's what happens. You get the big lush at your table, the big stack. You're in the mix. That's a bank machine at the table.
So good on the Flames and the Flames Foundation raising a bunch of money yesterday. It was a Kipper. Kipper was one of those guys. He'd always just I'm all in. Just as soon as he could give up that jersey and get out, the better.
Tree famously plays hands blind a lot, especially after about an hour when it's like, whoops, I lost.
Yeah,
I can go with phones, trade deadlines and blind.
Yeah, it's everybody's different and has a different reason to be there. I think they're all there for charity, but some people aren't interested in trying to stick around for 7 hours. 2 is enough. So.
Yeah. What they'll do is any sort of celebrity, former athlete, alumni, current player, any other famous guests the Flames bring in, they will have a jersey or a bounty of sorts. And if you knock them out, you'll get the jersey or bounty. And typically that's what most guys are after, is like, if you could get the celebrity / athlete at your table's jersey or bounty, there's the big win.
Yeah.
I don't need to be here until 2 a.m.
So good on them.
Yeah. It's a great event. Yeah.
Good job.
You too, Serge.
Good job.
How'd you do, bud?
Yeah, didn't notice that. I saw all the pictures of Serge smiling and getting his face right close to the players.
You know who would have been strutting around there yesterday? Rolly Sear.
Yeah, with his big handlebar mustache.
Got the big mustache with the whole what is Fu Manchu, whatever he's got going there, he'd have been, hey, how's she going? God, don't see enough Rollies here.
Yeah, I need more him.
Need more Rollie in our lives.
Mm-hmm. If you dopes didn't go, huh? Didn't get invited?
Well, I guess we're on the naughty list, or they sent the mail to the old address. I don't know.
I'm sure that's what it was.
Gotta be.
Didn't have the new address.
Can't think of anything else really.
Although in fairness, I was fairly routine non-participant.
But I was the opposite, so maybe they just were sick of my shit.
It would break there again. You're here, I'm here. It all just kind of balances
evens out. Yeah.
Hey, who you play? Oh, who you got at your table? Oh, I got Kachuk. I got Gaudreau. Who you got? I don't know, some fat radio guy. That's worth it.
But the problem is you think you're actually supposed to be a celebrity and no one gives a damn. You could just be a person that's there. So,
or you might have someone that absolutely loves the damn show and make their day, but you won't allow yourself to think that's a possibility.
I'm sure there are a lot of people who love the show.
When do we get to go out with that Munson for dinner? And remember the
we gotta do a lot of that. We got to get some of the top shelf elf, all the prizing and all the auction items. Get all that figured out.
I feel like people are okay if you two don't show up. I said that while the auction was going on. I still believe it. I don't. Okay. I question whether they'll actually reach out to include you. So don't feel
that would be okay.
Too bad.
Well, we have the prizing. So they will probably want to reach out. But if it's I could deliver it, or I'll meet you there, or we'll send it to you, probably the mail would be the way they would go. And that's what I'm telling you. It's the whole thing. They don't want us there. Anything's better without us there.
So negative. Typically. You talk to your pals, get some scoops. Talk to Daryl about what the snowpack's looking like up by Viking. How's the land?
Yeah.
Or just live.
I don't know. Yeah.
Just go out and live.
So the Flames pokering yesterday, practicing today. We await some update.
So, can I ask a question?
Well, there's the update today is he's not skating at practice, which is what we'd expect.
No,
and maybe after practice they'll address the injury.
Go ahead.
What excuse presents itself after a day of poker?
What excuse?
Carpal
as far as performance, like
in terms of telling a coach or reality, because hungover is a good one.
No, the answer to the media if we play crappy and lose to isn't it Chicago?
Oh yeah, don't do that. There's no excuse to lose Chicago at this point. I'm sorry. I know they're playing better. I looked last night and it was the first game for Rick Tocchet in Vancouver retro. It was, I think, deep into the third period, or at least after 40. And Chicago had mustered like 11 or 13 shots on what I think is the worst defensive club in the NHL. I was 2-2. They were hanging.
Vancouver's not great.
No.
And it was all Vancouver.
Yeah, and Vancouver's good at offense. They're a top 10 scoring team in the league, but they're absolutely nightmarish in terms of allowing chances and shots. And Chicago couldn't get 15 when I was checking it.
I can't believe you asshats didn't have that on your bet card.
I was going to do it yesterday. I was first coach, new team, that whole thing.
They were like minus 250, I bet. They would have been huge favorites.
No, they were. Yeah, you know what? They were, actually, now that I think about it.
There's no way anyone's going to be.
There was no value there to take Chicago. I was very close in my grand salami yesterday.
Just bet more.
Well, get this. I had the Pasternak first goal. Nope, but 4 points. And then we had, of course, Kaprizov scored, but not points. Close. 4 points.
You gotta bet the Sabres. It's a score 4.
When are you gonna get on the wagon here? You were slow playing the Sabres all fall, and let's get it going here.
I'm not slow playing the Sabres. I think they're fun to watch, is what I.
Well, we know that everyone agrees on that. I'm waiting for a bold proclamation that they're gonna chase someone down for a playoff spot like Pittsburgh or Washington or something like that. I want. They're better than Florida. They're making the playoffs. Rhett Warner.
I don't know, because I don't think they're completely committed to making the playoffs. I think what's happening this year is excellent and the franchise is excited, but I think they have a plan, and this exceeds probably their expectations. And I don't know that they're ready to
I'd agree.
Lose some of that, what they've built up to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting they go make a major addition at the deadline. I would think that I agree with you there. I think that's probably, look, it's all house money here. You don't want to mess with what clearly feels like good culture. You certainly don't want to part with assets that could help you next year or the year after. But right now, I don't know that there's a team that has a forward as good as Tage Thompson and a defenseman as good as Rasmus Dahlin. I'm trying to think.
That guy. He's
like, tell us about Dahlin, because he's going to get some Norris votes this year. And the Karlsson's having this huge offensive season, which I think is maybe stealing a bit of his thunder. But as a D-man, what do you see from I guess, third or fourth year player now, the former number 1 overall pick?
Well, I was trying to think too, how many years in is he? I don't think is he on his second deal? He must be more than 3 years.
One of the second deal, or the last year was.
What are we talking about?
Dahlin.
Yeah, new deal.
Dahlin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's your year.
He's all kinds of minutes, all situations, and actually has some bite to him. Like he's crushed a few guys this year too. And had a drink with them last week after the Miller thing.
Yeah.
Solid dude. Like
really
good person. What are you doing the head shake for?
Oh, I'm just looking for my name drop.
You could have went to the Flames poker and talked about you talking to some of the Flames guys yesterday. See, I'm in this business and I'm trying to get out there and
take some
guys and sports and some
you're out there.
I'm going to play a game next week. I'm going to play a game
next
5
week for Dahlin. Wow.
Okay, and you know what? Because I want to move on to that, but I was going to say I was going to do maybe a little hey, did you know?
I can't hear anything. Somebody muted me. Again. So people listening can hear me and not them? Hi, everybody. Dean and Pinder are talking to themselves. Oh, Dino can hear me, but I can't hear them. It's kind of like that. What's that game? The charades. We're playing charades here. I got to interpret what teams. Stand up, Dean, and try to show me what you want me to talk about. Well, we're going to take a quick break and iron out the technical difficulties, and we'll be right back.
What's amazing about Tage Thompson is just how incredibly tall he is.
I noticed that when he's up to other players, the top of the helmet is just are we?
And you might think that it's just like one of those optical illusions. He's actually much taller than most people.
He's not closer to the camera?
No.
It's actually like
it's
their
for real.
side.
Right, Rhett?
But when you sit there and have a drink with him, he doesn't seem that big.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Well, is he sitting? Name drop.
Okay, so what was the last thing you heard me say? What was the last
Alex
thing?
Tuck. Alex Tuck is a hell of a guy because he was next to Tim Connolly. He grew up next to Tim Connolly's house. Grew up loving Tim Connolly, even though Tim Connolly's a dud and a dumbass. But
Sabre
we had a lovely time. We had a lovely time.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I kind of feel like the Sabres are like that beaten.
They're like the Bills, you know?
They're from Buffalo, for Christ's sakes. Like, what are you going to, you don't like the Sabres because they've just been blessed with such great luck and talent.
That's exactly it.
Optimism.
They've been lovable losers for 10 years. And you want to see them have some success so we could hear that goal horn a little more there. Yeah.
We don't feel the same way about Phoenix.
No, we don't.
Or Columbus or...
They live in the sunshine every day of the year. They don't suffer rain or cold, and it's nice out. Their taxes are good. The roads are wonderful.
Yeah, we're jealous of them.
They don't have to go through de-icing when they leave or on a flight. Like, of course we don't cheer for Arizona. Bunch of
it does
rich,
make you wonder
pricks.
Well, why anyone would move to Buffalo when you put it that way. Like, who in their right mind would select?
Identifies
right?
as a
Kelly
blue
Chase
collar,
asked me
hard
that today.
worker.
What did he say? Yeah. Kelly Chase said some people would consider that a punishment. Oh,
Chaser. Okay, so what was the last thing I said to you before? Because I was saying
started
there's four.
To say something and then
20 goal guys right now in Buffalo. 47 games, 4 players at 20 or more. Last night, Skinner got there. Victor Olofsson, 22. Tuck, 23. Tage Thompson, 33. Now, the last time 4 Sabres had this kind of offense, 06-07.
At the end of the year.
Briere?
Nope. Okay, this time.
They have to have Briere. He didn't score 20?
Not at the 47 game mark. Drury had 23.
Sorry.
Yeah, by 47 games in to have 20. So Drury had 23.
Hey, how'd they get him?
Thomas Vanek, 24. Maxifin again of 21. Pominville had
Palmer. Palmer was back in town. Palmer's great. Little kid.
Palmer. Jeez, listen to this guy.
The Sabres talk.
Palmer. Was he a good guy too? You have a drink with Palmer. Such a good guy. A good guy.
He's a normal guy. When you have a drink
normal
with him, blue
collar guy.
Another guy.
Goose was there. Gostad was there. Big Goose.
Paul Gostad.
I didn't play with him. Didn't know him from.
I was going to say you met all of these guys for the first time.
Look at what I've done for this organization. I took them to the Stanley Cup Finals. I brought them Ryan. I brought them one of the retired jerseys, a Buffalo Sabre Hall of Famer and retired jersey in Ryan Miller, and GM of the New York Rangers, Chris Drury. Like, how much more can you ask from a person?
Well, and also, don't forget, you also hand-delivered Robin Regeer when it was thought to be that there was a no-trade clause / no movement clause that was getting in the way.
That's true, too.
That one's actually right.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was Rhett that took him to the final. I thought it was Dom. It's so weird. Hasek, right?
No, come on.
You asked Dom how big I was. They lost when I got hurt, remember?
I don't, but that's okay.
All right. Well, while we're doing this, Sabres, welcome to Sabres Hour.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 players have had more goals by the 47 game mark in Buffalo history.
Oh, I got a good guess at those 2.
2 guys
Alex
had more.
McGillney.
Gotta be.
McGillney had 50 goals in 47 games. That had to be the same year he and Timu put up the big numbers.
Holy.
50 and 47.
That's special. I will take a stab. It's Patty LaFontaine.
Well done, buddy. 40.
LaFontaine.
Yeah, 40 goals in 47 games. Not to take anything away from 33 for Tage Thompson, but
He cooled off, though.
I want to see a 50-for-50 chase. And we kind of almost had one last year in Austin Matthews, but we really didn't. Even if a guy doesn't get there, wouldn't it be amazing to have a guy at like 40 through 40?
But wasn't it his 50 games? Like there was time he missed, like in his individual 50 games. It wasn't by the 50 the teams.
Yeah, no, he didn't get it. What I want a natural one, like start of the season team games. And Austin missed a few with injury. The wrist was bugging him. But like I was saying, that wasn't even really a 50-and-50 chase. I want one where it's like, let's go to like cut-ins of the power play on hockey night, just like it was the home run thing with Bonds and McGuire and Sosa. Like I think it would be so good for the sport if you had one of these young superstars chasing 50-and-50.
We might get it because there was another thing I saw this morning. I was going to ask you about it, Retro, because we know goals are up and we're seeing blown leads like never before. Last night, Pittsburgh erased 3. Florida erased 2. What there deficits?
5 game-tying goals in there. Like,
see if I can read this for you.
2-0, 2-2, 3-2. Like it was all over the place early. Those are 2 teams not equipped to protect the lead.
I was thinking about the same thing last night. And before I forget, the Sabres are terrible in their own end. But I'm going to get a coaching job just because there's no defending of any sort in any NHL game. It's awful.
How's that going to affect the show? Are you going to be able to put a camera in the coach's office?
I can do lots of things. Are you kidding me? It's easy.
It's very skilled.
Okay. So last night the Penguins
and I will Pinder on behalf of Pinder. I will talk to the guys at the NHL All-Star game and mention that he would like a 50-and-50 race. So
if you could encourage them up a little. If you see like Zibanejad or
because I was invited to the NHL All-Star event in Florida. I don't know. Were you guys going?
No. God,
oh,
yeah.
Oh,
no. We have 0 games played for the Panthers, so we didn't.
Did you take those guys to the final too, or just Buffalo?
No, we took them too.
Wait. Yes, wait.
Did you?
I might have. Huh. Oh yeah.
First I've heard.
Did he kill the rat as well? I thought that was
him. We finally lost when I got hurt. So there's a bit of a trend we're seeing here.
Right now.
If you ever get hurt, the show's in the shitter. Like we got to wrap this guy in bubble wrap.
Well, that's about 5 days away because I have to play some effing game in Florida. And that's the guaranteed injury. I'm going to be chasing a puck and just.
Why are you playing? I thought you said you would go, but you weren't going to play.
Free sticks.
Are they going to put him up if he doesn't play?
Yeah.
I feel like
I was going anyway. Because the dopey kid has a tournament. And then this came up, and I'm like, I got to be part of this. Go see Ray Shepard. And big Pistol Pete Worrell. Oh, baby.
Oh, Peter Worrell. Ooh.
Yeah.
Spooky tough.
Right.
Could he skate backwards? I heard some stories.
No.
Can you believe this team?
I know.
In the NHL.
He was scary because he would get going forward and just look out like kablamo. I remember him running Craig Berube in we were on the East Coast, like Nova Scotia or Halifax. I don't even know what town we were in. I wasn't playing. And Big Pete's a rookie out there, and he's trying to make a name for himself. And we're playing Washington, and he is just flying around the ice. He's not really getting full contact on anyone because you can hear him coming from a mile away. But, man, did he shake the boards. Holy smack.
How long did you overlap with him? Oh, he could fight.
Just a year or two. His first full year was my last year in Florida.
Okay.
Ray Shepard, and I'm just looking at it here because I wanted to remember what it was. It was one of my favorite kind of trivia questions. It's like name a player who had a 20-goal season with 6 different teams.
6, jeez.
And Ray Shepard was the guy, and then I think it was Bill Guerin who joined him as the only guys. 20 in Buffalo, Detroit, the Rangers, the Sharks, the Panthers, and the Carolina Hurricanes for Ray Shepard.
A lot of jerseys.
Sweet mitts. And he would get so pissed off at me. Retro, don't jump too early. You're already through the score. I'm like, well, dude, I'm doing my best here. Like I don't have it.
He wants the top of the triangle higher up.
I don't have an offensive read in my body. So excuse me for getting through the scoring zone before you can get the puck to me.
Okay, so what it is Guerin actually now.
I actually think he assisted on my first ever goal.
Really?
Dave Lowry and Ray I could be wrong.
We could effort that data.
Can we?
I mean, do we care? I could try.
Billy Guerin, 20 goals with 7 teams. So that's what it was. Is he took that away from
Nobody
Shepard.
Cares
he had
about
20.
Billy Guerin. I didn't play with
Devils, Oilers, Bruins, Dallas, St. Louis, the Islanders, and then had 21 in his last year with Pittsburgh. It's not a bad final year. 79 games, 21 goals. 78 games, 21 goals. Billy Guerin.
Won the NHL All-Star MVP one year, Billy G.
Yeah. His Minnesota Wild, I believe, fell out of the playoff picture last night thanks to the Colorado Avalanche.
Are you serious?
They slid out of the, at least out of the top 3 in the division.
Oh, yeah.
Colorado's a steamroller.
They're coming.
Yep, they are a absolute 6 in a row now. I think it was what, 0.700.
Oh boy, you're right. They're 8th in the West by points percentage. Yeah. Calgary's 9th, and they had a tough road swing. I was looking last night. It was Carolina, Tampa, and Florida. Not necessarily in that order. The old Southeast Division swing. Loss. Ooh.
And I think they're
happy
okay,
to be home.
But it's the teams around you. They went. I had to look this morning because I saw the stat when they made the Ryan Reeves trade. They went 11-3 right after.
Yeah, they're real good.
Just okay sense.
Yeah,
6-5-2.
Yeah,
right.
Well, and I think it's less to do with Minnesota, and to your point, more to do with Colorado. Finally, as we knew they would at some point, and they don't even have Landeskog or Byram back.
Yeah, we saw it last week. And last week's show. If you want to hear that shit,
no, I know.
Download last week's show. Hey, tomorrow, Flames back in action against the Chicago Blackhawks. We got tickets to give away. The Chicagos are in town. Do they play here again, or is this it?
They have one more game. I'm not sure where it is, but there's the third game of the season series.
So the Taves, Kane. Possibly the final visit to the Dome.
Well, if it's after the deadline,
if it's not, it's the
would be it,
penultimate visit potentially for the Kane is the Hawk.
They host Chicago April 4th. That's the final 8 days of the regular season. So I would imagine that Kane and Taves, there's a strong probability neither are Hawks at that point. I think they both get moved. I don't think that's a crazy hot take.
Not since Taves basically came out and said it would be maybe for the best.
I just think, how could it not be for these guys?
That'd be weird. Be a weird one.
It's a little bit, I was going to say it's like Gaudreau, but it's a little bit different than Gaudreau because your jersey's probably going to the rafters anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those two are going up in Chicago. There's no doubt.
You're already Blackhawk folklore, so.
Yeah. So tickets, we'll have it on social media today. Have a winner in time for tomorrow, as we got those great seats to go and see the Hawks and the Flames over at the Dome.
It's a big game.
It is. It is.
The homestand has 8 points. They've got 4 so far. You want to grab 6? That'd be great, considering you shit your pants against Colorado that first game back.
Yeah, don't lose this one.
Take care of business, and you know what's going to be tough in Seattle. It's the same setup they had on the backside of the Christmas break, where they played at home and then the next day in Seattle. I believe it was Edmonton at home on the 27th, Seattle on the 28th. So you got travel. They're a good team. That's going to be a tough game on Friday. By all means, go get 2 points on Thursday.
So watch on Twitter, watch on Instagram, FlamesNation accounts, the Mad Rose accounts. We'll have a little bit of love there for all you. Little tagging, little mention a friend, all that sort of thing. We'll send somebody off. And we've had great reaction. The people that go,
they love it. Yeah.
Send the view from their seats. Hey, Mad Rose, thanks for the seats.
And I think
what
we really need to do is start getting some pictures of how they're spending those $50 in Mad Rose. There's some options.
It's true. I always forget. You're getting $50 gift card up to Mad Rose.
Did you only eat cheese pizza, or did they drop off a whole load, or was it just a shot at John?
I only had the cheese pizza, the one that you saw.
Because you're watching
There was something else you had.
I was going to, you didn't, again, like always, you didn't let me finish. I only had the cheese pizza. There was others, so I don't know exactly what it was. But there was, I believe, like a lemon pepper or salt and pepper and dill pickle wings. Ooh. The dill picklers take a knee.
It's right up your alley, boom, boom.
God damn. So good. I'm a dill pickle guy. Love dill pickles. Love dill pickle chips. Still delicious.
Yeah, the other pizza, we had a Philly cheesesteak one, which is really good. And then they had something that had jalapenos on the top that I really liked.
Yeah.
You know what? Really René Bork. I stopped at his house when we were playing together in Calgary.
How many name drops in one show?
That's a record.
It's a new record. Holy cow.
I've never had
Lac La Biche. You were in the Biche?
Until this point in my life, I had never had a pepperoni jalapeno pizza. And René Bork introduced it to me, and it was stunningly good. Order
Not
one.
just good like once a month, kind of like René. It was like every time you had it, it was good.
Oh, Pinder, you love spice. It's right up your alley.
I'm in.
You know, my buddy Beef, his thing, he loved getting the pepperoni and onion.
I was like, name drop.
Onion.
Name drop.
Is Beef a name drop?
No.
Wow. Ray Shepard, Bill Guerin, and Beef. It's a who's who on the show today. But his we'd be working the afternoons. I'd be on 1150 Kicks. He'd be on KX 96.
Kicks in 96.
Maybe let's
get. What the hell has this guy not done in his life? This Beef guy has been everywhere.
He might be, you know what? He might be in Europe right now. Where are you? I'm in Romania watching some kids play hockey.
What? He's right up there with the world's most interesting man.
It's like what's happening today? I'm in Bosnia Herzegovina. I got to look at some goalie skates.
Okay, yeah, good. There's some kids here in Sarajevo that need some new jets, so we're here dropping some gear.
They're working on this new rink board technology in Bangladesh. I just wanted to make sure
they're doing that for sure. It's not Silicon Valley.
Closer to home, another good guy, and you talk about things that are delicious and eating. Now I feel bad because I know our buddy Greg up at Bonton was very excited.
Today's the day, and you ruined it.
Today's the day, and I ruined it. And I'm gonna. I'm
sorry. You're the worst.
Look.
You can be so good when you get engaged with people and you get out and project some positivity, and then now I'm just gonna shut everything down. I'm just gonna be a nothing. Like, come on, have a bite of haggis.
You ruined this for me.
Today is Robbie Burns Day, and it's about whiskey and haggis and tatties and neeps or whatever the hell it is.
Careful.
No, it's the neeps.
Do you like the tatties with the big neeps, or what's
the best? Now this was Greg. This is not Greg, but this is
Greg.
This is
that's the guy talking about diabetes on TV.
He said Wilford Brimley. This is Wilford Brimley holding up a haggis that was I have a feeling was going to be sent our way, but I wasn't gonna no. Alex, can you? No, don't do that.
Yes, do it. No, Zoom in. If Boom pukes, we'll go viral anyway.
Here, what I want to say is, at Bonton, we've said this for years, and it's no BS. It's the highest quality of ingredients, the highest quality of food, and the preparation, and all of that. You're not going to beat it. If haggis is your thing, if it's Robbie Burns Day, and you're all in today, you go to Bonton and get one, because they are making them on site, and they will have the best ones that you will have. I will not be having haggis. Am I a wimp? Yes. Did I ruin it for Pinder? I guess so.
It just, it would have been good for the show. That's all. You had to put yourself in front of the show.
And this boomocracy is over. You've been voted out. Eat the haggis, Boom. Eat the haggis and do something good for yourself. And Pinder. Think about Pinder for once.
Yeah, seriously. Can someone please think about me a little more? Now, the question I have is, if you were here, like it's all nice to be in Buffalo acting all brave. If that came in today, would you have sampled it and eaten it?
100%.
I'm with him. I think he would.
I would absolutely sample it. Am I going to gorge on it? Not if I don't.
No, I mean, you'll have to try it. If you like it, you might.
Do they have to put it in a stomach? Like, can you not cook it some other way in a pan?
Well, then it wouldn't be haggis. That's part of what haggis is. I'm sorry.
Come on, Scots.
What do you think?
Like, again, at what point is the animal given all it can give?
No.
Like, you've taken the hooves and the ears and the eyeballs and all this.
Circle of life. You got to use everything. It's better than wasting, killing something.
Some meat into that stomach and boil it up.
What's wrong with you? You're an ignorant man. Ignorant.
Bonton Meat Market.
The main ingredients are the sheep's heart, liver, lungs, and stomach.
See, I don't like the lung thing because I had a dog once, and we used to buy him these stupid snacks.
You ate the dog.
We're in Korea.
And there was
awful.
lung pieces, and it's nasty.
Okay, I was walking over. What did you do?
It's dog snacks. Gross. Lung.
Dog snacks were lung chunks. Ugh. Nasty.
Yeah, we're not getting dog food on the show. I'm not a proponent of that per se.
Yeah, I don't care what
lung is included in haggis, he just said.
Yeah.
And so it's chopped in there.
Yeah,
and I got a feeling whether, right?
I'm trying to really pump up Bonton.
I think this would be delicious. And I think you've got an issue like this whole ignorance is bliss thing where you don't care what's in a hot dog, but you suddenly do care what's in haggis. Like where are these arbitrary lines on what you're willing to try and what not?
Well, they're arbitrary because of that.
Arbitrary.
That's right. Bonton Meat Market opened its doors in 1921. They treat everyone like family. You walk in that door and you're not going to get better service anywhere. You have questions on, here's how many people I have. Here, I don't just want to do something. What else can we do?
Mm-hmm.
How would you prepare that? What goes with it? This is what Bonton Meat Market is all about. You can go to the website. It's fine. You have to go up there and see it and smell it and experience it yourself. 28 Crowfoot Circle Northwest, bontonmeatmarket.com. Calgary Consumer Choice Award winner for best deli meat market pretty much every single year.
Going back in time, Dean. They get the bow ties. The white,
it's the bow ties, and as
chef apron.
Me and my buddy Cam Moon, our favorite part, it's the paper. They wrap it in the paper, and then the string, the butcher string, throwback
parchment stuff.
Love it. And thank you for not sending that stuff.
We could have been drinking whiskey and eating stomach and liver and lungs
down with the Chevy by the levee. We are going to do the Pinder report coming up here.
Okay.
In a little bit. We'll do our betway bets of the day. We got some other things. We got a lot to get to. It's looking like we won't have a show Friday.
Okay. Well, I know we're busy on the weekend, and then I think Friday's part of that.
Yeah.
I'm not busy. That's BS. Let's do a show.
Cool, do a show. That'd be great.
So Rhett, I'm not busy.
Rhett's going to do the show.
Yeah. So Pinder and I will not be on Friday. Rhett will be much like this show earlier today, where Rhett was on and you couldn't hear anybody else.
Yeah.
Just free form retro. I'll send you the list of the sponsors and the reads, and
I'll do that.
I'll
deep dive into some medical stuff, some diet stuff. I'll reaffirm my the prognosis on the vitamin D and the absorption above the 39th meridian
level,
and
100th meridian.
Maybe talk some real estate.
Yeah,
and what to do in Florida for a week.
We could rename it. What we want to call it, like Wingnut Hour?
The Joe Rogan Experience.
That's what it would
be. Get your neon sign up on the wall behind you and start talking about your vitamins and your COVID conspiracies and stuff. It'd be great. Now I'll take
Joe
it in
Rogan.
afterwards. I can't do it. Would you take the 200 million?
I'd take 200 million.
Yeah. If you would like to buy this show for 200 million,
contact the Wolverine place
immediately. Whatever it is.com. You know who came by the other day? Because you went on with Walker on his wildly successful The Hedge podcast.
It certainly is a podcast.
It felt very serious, you guys. It was very.
I don't know.
I want to talk about. We're talking hockey and hard hitting. Doobie. I thought.
Boom! It's because they're both idiots and they want to outsmart each other. They both are cut from the same cloth. They have to be the smart guy in the room and have the deeper insight. They can't just have a nice casual conversation.
But he's making some good points.
I'm not sure Phoenix Copley's save percentage is going to remain where it is. If the LA Kings are going to be able, now Kevin Fiala is a fine player, but I'm not sure.
Walker's like one of the greatest villains you could put on as the show, as not the main character, but as a supporting cast guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just so good at that. And then he wants to play the straight man. I'm like, he's not a straight man. Stop playing the straight man.
Can I share something with you and with everyone watching and listening?
Okay.
Here's what I've learned in 30 plus years in the business.
Mm-hmm.
There's roles on air. And to back up Ryan's point, there's this chair, which they could, whatever, the host chair. Then there's what a B chair, co-host, whatever it is. And sitting in this chair is different than that chair. And if you've ever watched the show when I'm not here and Ryan is here, Ryan is not Pinder. Pinder sits there.
That's right.
Much like Walker. Walker is great there, I think, as a very fun. He's good here, but he's great there.
I don't know that he knows he's best here.
And you know what? You're the same guy.
I know. That's why I'm not trying to be in that chair.
You're one of the best sitting there. Right, that's your sweet spot.
That's what we're supposed to do,
right there.
Yeah,
and Walks is the same guy.
I know.
There's only a few of us that can do both. Hey, boom.
That's right, Retro.
There's only a few that can put up with us turds too.
Hot take artists, just cutting truth bombs, cutting through all of the.
How many people would have quit radio having to work with Walk and I? You two are stalwarts.
Oh, I don't know how you two would have ever coexisted.
I just mean like both of you put up with us for. Almost 15 years.
But at the same time, you guys both put up with me. What do we got going up?
Love. Happy day. Oh, my goodness.
It's snowstorm.
Love is in the air? Is this a birthday?
Valentine's is on the way. Right? You got to get ready for Valentine's.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a snowstorm here in Buffalo, which is real good. We like.
You mentioned the Wolverine. Has he set us up with a sex store for Valentine's Day like we did that one year?
We did.
And you were you know what the worst part about that, Pinder, was? The old creep in the room with you. Just right into it. Just perving out. Live.
Like
on
the
air.
Guy sitting over
out.
here.
Hey, what about this one? Oh, look at it. Oh.
Who are you talking about?
Talking about Dean?
I'm talking about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
Well, again, to bring back a throwback to the conversation, a host has certain duties and responsibilities to take care of the client.
Okay, you wouldn't engage with poor Greg from Bonton and the Haggis, but you were not afraid of the beads and all the other stuff.
A 2-foot double ender. He wasn't afraid
I was
at
gonna
all.
say there's so many things I want to say right now, but I'm just not going to do it because the internet lives forever. God damn it. The best. Now, did you leave with something that day, or did you leave empty-handed?
No, I didn't leave with anything. I left.
Bullshit.
Watched you crew.
Rhett's walking. Can we give you a hand, Mr. Order? No, I got it.
We have
just
one
throw
cart
that in
the
the back of the
We've
truck.
Never needed it, but I'll bring the cart out.
I'm not sure. Where's the beams in here to hang the swing? I don't want to go just.
I want to see this thing in action before I get it home.
Well, that was the best part. And it was after the show was done. They had one of the wedge pillow.
Oh yeah.
And the gal who owned the place, she was, she was again owner of a business, proud of their business, going to show. Next thing you know, old Peter Klein, he's laying down on the ground with his back arched over, the legs up in the air on the wedge pillow. And she's like, so you would get in there and you would kind of, you'd position yourself like this. And then it would be, He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So good.
Maybe we do have to have that show.
I don't know that's the.
We'll be live on location on the 14th. No, but
contact the Wolverine.
Speaking of Valentine's Day, talking to Justin from Vina Nova. The whole lab-grown diamonds, vinanova.com. He was in here. Had a bunch of. He came by to see the place. He wanted to say hi, and leading into Christmas was super busy. All you guys went down. You took our word for it. You went down. You saw the product. You're like, yeah, this is the way to go for sure. But because of how things get busy around Christmas and Valentine's Day, it can take a while to get the stuff that you want if it needs anything altered or that's fittings or whatever. So do it now. Vina Nova, Stephen Avenue Place, 2nd floor. Go in and take a look around. They'll walk you through everything. It's so easy. And
we should have seen the shoveler strutting around the other day in her getup. Not even a getup in all of her fancy stuff. Lots of attention. She's so spoiled, though. She had to exchange things because what she got, it was too big. Well, it's heavy on my ears.
You don't want to strain your earlobes. Really sensitive part of the body, aren't they?
So spoiled.
This diamond is too big.
That's the problem with Vina Nova. It's a new problem for diamonds.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin, for giving us that.
In some cases, 80% less than what you would pay for
a fifth.
The mine diamond. Crazy. Yeah, it's vinanova.com. Check it out. Get in there sooner than later and take care of yourself because this is it. January's over. February's here. February, I think it's the 14th. Is Valentine's Day? Something like that. I can't.
Every year changes, or is it the same? I don't know. It's still a lot.
I don't know. I don't know either. Let's do the Pinder report right now. You want to do it?
I guess we could. I'm not going to blow your socks off today. It was
it's good. It's fine. No, we got lots of things to.
What about the cat with the microwave, Rhett?
The all-new CR-V Hybrid has arrived at Village Honda. You stop in, you road test it today, get yourself lined up. It is a popular vehicle, as we found out last week.
Yeah, they moved a couple that day. I think 4. Jeez, 2 hybrids, 2 non.
No disrespect to the great sales staff, but they almost sell themselves these vehicles. You sit in it, you look at it, you smell something. Oh yeah, this is pretty good. CR-V Hybrid available at Village Honda. Go and see it today. Northwest Auto Mall. Go online, villagehonda.com.
Jason working there missed his calling. He could do Bob Barker's job.
He was really
walked
good.
Around the vehicle, talked about the features.
Yeah.
Mixed in some nice. The Calgary winters can be a little. It's like, wow, this guy's killing it.
I mean, really.
If he ever wants our job, we're screwed.
Better than the other guy on the mic that night for sure.
That guy was a little heavy, and I think just had.
It's time for the Pinder report. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Dean. Flames poker day yesterday. You want proof? Here's a picture of Milan Lucic. Day after fighting a 25-year-old thug from the Blue Jackets. Instead here, folding a Hello Calgary, which is the 2-7. You don't want that. There he is with our boy Serge.
They got to change up those shirts. They've been wearing them for like years now. Come on, Candace.
It's either tradition or it's lazy, Rhett. I mean, it's all perspective, right?
Come on.
It's tradition, Rhett.
Today is likely Tanev News Day. We did get a little bit already. That is, he will not play before the All-Star break, which would make sense given that it's just Thursday and Friday this week before they don't play again until Feb 6th. That's like a couple Mondays away, and we're only Wednesday? Yeah, it's like almost
Shoulder
2 weeks till the next game.
Dislocated or
pop it back in then.
Dislocated.
Just do the old Mel Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
Lethal Weapon.
Take our freedom.
Kind of pop it right back in on the door jam. Oh, get out there.
I was thinking Scottish.
Isn't that what it looks like?
Sorry.
I mean, I'm no medical expert, but
you are though.
But you are.
Wait till Friday's show.
That's right.
And if you choose some valerian root, okay. Standings, let's have a look. Flames in, but not in. Again, we're in familiar territory here. It's not by points percentage, but sitting in a wild card. Not ideal, but some other teams coming back to earth wouldn't be the worst. And Minnesota is taking a turn. LA, another stinking nail-biting victory over a doormat. Who do they think they are? The Flames? They lost 2-1, beat Chicago 2-1 on Sunday, and then in overtime get Philly close to
I'm not sure that Phoenix Copley is going to be able to keep up this level of play.
Yeah.
I think that when you look at the goals against average around the league, I'm not sure.
Who do you think the Flames could catch for a playoff
bad
spot?
stats don't lie, right, Pinder?
I mean, it's just data. I don't know.
That's
it's not like
bell
somebody's
curve.
opinion. It's things that happen.
Data.
Sick data.
Sick data. Let's go to the NHL. Gary Bettman says this. Tanking? Ha! I don't even know what that is. No tanking, right? And then he watched Chicago play for the first time all year. He hadn't seen them yet. Here's the quote. Nobody tanks because we have a weighted lottery. You're not going to lose games to increase your odds by a couple percentage points. That's silly. And frankly, suggesting tanking, I believe, is inconsistent with the professionalism that our players and coaches have. Nobody tanks. Our players and our coaches do their best to win. And again, just because you may finish with the worst record in the league, you've got something like a 75% chance you're not going to get the first pick. And if you look in the last 8 seasons, some of the lowest point totals we've ever seen were in 2015 when Connor McDavid and Jack Eichel were 1-2, Buffalo 54 points, Arizona 56, Edmonton 62. And this year, Columbus is on pace for 54, Chicago 57, Anaheim 56. Those are 6 of the worst 8 seasons we'll see in a decade. Just coincidentally, in years when there's a theoretical generational player at the top. There's no tanking. It's a coincidence.
It's not tanking. It's just shitty teams. It's bad timing. They're losing guys and injuries and capish. The guys that are playing aren't tanking. They're just the shits.
No, that's right. And I will agree with Gary on that. I don't think coaches and players are trying to lose, but I think Gary's also, being a little coy and not talking about general managers not trying to add talent to their teams. Chicago could go out and get better players. They don't really have any interest in doing it. In fact, they'll trade a lot of their better players like Athanasiou and Domi and others.
All right, shut up and let me make my point. There's zero incentive for a player to not play hard. Zero. Mm-hmm. It's actually, so I'm going to play shitty because you want a top draft pick that's going to take my job. Oh, well, that works out well for me.
Yeah. What about Luke Richardson? Same thing. Like how's his coaching career going to go if Chicago doesn't work hard? Like we get it, but we're talking about GMs building rosters when we're talking about tanking.
Yeah,
we're not talking about coaches and players.
It's not.
So are you blaming Chicago?
No,
for potentially trading Domi and Athanasiou, or are you praising them?
Okay. What I'm saying is Gary is selling us another pile. Fans resoundingly love the new rink boards. No, they don't.
Actually, I don't know what the hell your point is, Pinder. What the hell is he going to say?
Gary's full of shit. That's my point. Well, Yusuf Alamaki's got a new deal for next year, boys. In the
I know it's a big deal. Like, we got the teams are tanking, and we got to deal with. Like, what's he going to say? We're going to suspend them and not give them a draft pick? I would love that. Actually, that would be wicked.
Look at what he just came up with. What's he going to do? Actually, I like that.
I can't wait for Friday.
Commissioner Rhett is going to be so good.
Do not cross the commissioner because you could have your pick pulled.
There you go. Yusuf Alamaki, a 1-year extension with the.
No, he's terrible.
Oaks.
Get him out of here. Let him go.
I don't know how good he is, but if it's a $1 million extension,
I'll tell you what he is.
He's
better than. He's better potential than Michael Stone, and you might need him right now, huh?
The ceiling's higher. Maybe I'll give you that.
Yeah. Used him better.
They wouldn't let Rhett get near him. I don't know if that was smart or dumb.
Stone has a better shot, better power play threat, I would say.
Boots touch heavier. If those indeed.
Potentially.
Yeah. Here's a little stat. I know you guys love stats, especially Rhett. He's like, yeah, I played, but I want to see data. I want results. I want some numbers. You know who's shooting the shit out of the puck this year? David Pastrnak, who's going to get paid, and Timo Meier, who also is going to get paid and is out there in trade speculation. We'll get to him in a moment. They're on pace for almost 400 shots. Here's the list of people, the highest 7 shots season totals ever since 05.
Well put.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ovechkin. The last 13 years. That's some bad math. Last 18 years. Ovechkin's going to shoot in the puck. Have you seen Timo Meier's deal, Rhett? And boom, do you understand why this is a really interesting deadline piece?
Is he good?
It's really good.
Okay.
Having a great year. He has a $10 million qualifying offer as an RFA.
Similar to the
Kachuk nice for him
situation, right?
I mean, it's $1 million more. I don't know that he's better than Kachuk, but
all I'm saying is it was going to be a big.
Kachuk, I think, proved he was a $9 million player. I'm not quite sure I'm there on Timo Meier at 10. So if you got him, would you qualify him? Do teams have cap space? Do we even know what the cap is next year? I mean, I just find it intriguing how this is going to go, because the player himself should be hugely coveted and he is under team control, but 10 million. Wild.
It's not nothing.
Yeah. I know we love jerseys here. We're fashionistas. Calgary Wranglers, big win last night over the Ontario Reign. We got some leakage. Alternate jerseys for the Wranglers. How do you like Blasty Jr., Blasty the second, son of Blasty?
Really?
Next year, take a peek at this. It's Blasty side profile. You know how you do the mug shots, Rhett, when you got before the police realize you're in the NHL?
Yeah,
it's like you look at the camera, then you turn and look sideways. This is side profile Blasty. He's been out on a bender in maybe Milwaukee of the American League, and they're taking photos there. So that's Blasty looking to his left. I don't mind that.
I don't mind it.
The Wranglers gear is actually really tight. I think they've done a great job with all that stuff.
Like not big enough, or
no, like phenomenal. Looks good.
It's a new style. Yeah. No more Mike Modano. They want it skin tight.
Tell them to.
I don't know what size you wear, but
don't hang to dry. Don't put them in the dryer if that's the case.
Speaking of jerseys, man, the Canucks can't do anything right. Hey, it just seems that way. Well, then they finally kind of did something right. They had really cool Lunar New Year jerseys. They had the rabbit on it, some cool coloring. You're like, okay, well, maybe that's a win. Oh, $750. No, they even fucked that up too. Whoa. $750? What?
There's a lot of there's rich people in that city. Holy smith, they got a lot of money.
Yeah, there is.
You live there.
Is there 20 of them? What's going on here? $750.
Is that a Sedin?
On the right, it kind of looks like a Sedin, but it's Elias Pettersson, who I think might be a Sedin when we look that closely.
Because that's Hughes on the left, right?
There is Hughes on the left. It's Dicky Pete on the right. So, yeah, just when you think they've done something right, they ask for $750 for an unsigned jersey of an NHL. Okay, A practice warm-up jersey. Which
I wonder what the sales are like. Maybe we're out too much. Maybe it's inflation.
Knowing the Canucks, I think they'll find a way to screw it up and yet still make money. I don't know how. Speaking of jerseys, you like disco night, Rhett? You ever play in a disco night somewhere?
Disco. World's biggest disco in Buffalo every November. You guys are invited.
Really? What kind of supplements do we have before that one?
They have all kinds, whatever you need.
That's good.
Disco. You got
to be healthy for the dance party. Let's have a look at the San Diego
levels.
Gulls disco night jersey here. Gulls playing the American. Look at that. Maroon with a wave of orange, yellow, red, and pink/purple in it. Oh, my, that's beautiful.
It's got some Boogie Nights feel.
It does. It's got some Ron Burgundy in there with the brown and yellow. I like that a lot.
I like that we're having fun with the jerseys.
Yes. This league has for so long been no fun and, you can only have 1/3 jersey. At least you're having fun with the practice jerseys, and it's the American League. Do what the hell you want. That's great. Awesome. Disco night.
And I mean, that's you, Dean. You like having fun. That's what you're all about.
If there's a poster boy for that, for leaving your house and having fun.
Come on, guys.
Just have some fun.
Do something.
I don't care what it is. I just want to have fun.
I'm ready for anything.
Dullards? Gosh.
I'm just going to drive around until I find people to talk to.
Yeah, I know. Can't wait to get out of here and go socialize.
NFL finalists for the MVP award were announced. There's 5 of them. It really should just be called the best quarterback.
It's not Lamar Jackson.
No, it isn't. But Josh Allen got nominated, which I found interesting. One of 4 quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts, I get that. Great season with the Eagles. Certainly Joe Burrow, I get that. Patty Mahomes, every goddamn year, of course. 1 non-quarterback. Would anyone like to wager a guess as to which NFLer was a non-quarterback that is in the final 5 for the AP MVP?
Offense or defense?
Offense. Defense never wins this damn thing.
Tyreek?
No.
Justin Jefferson?
Yes.
Yeah.
JJ. Jeff Dog. Sorry. Don't know why that was funny to me.
Saw a thing this morning. At 27 years of age, Mahomes is the oldest quarterback remaining this year.
In the final 4?
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, Hurts young, Burrow young, and Purdy, rookie.
Yeah.
It wasn't long ago. There was 40-something-year-olds with their supermodel wives playing in these games.
Where's Joe Flacco? Where's Joe Flacco when you need him?
Yeah. By the way, NFL, big line movement in that. We talked about it a little bit off the air yesterday. Kansas City came out as a 1.5 favorite. It is now Cincinnati favored by 1.5. And in fact, it was Cincinnati minus 2.5 until it sort of corrected back. So a lot of people probably worried about Mahomes' right leg / ankle that was taped
so
heavily.
Old, right? All these other young quarterbacks.
So old. He's the oldest. Maybe he'll pass from old age during the game, and that's worth at least a couple of points.
I hope that's not the case.
Me too. I've loved his contributions to society. The other games stayed right where it started. Philly minus 2.5 at home to San Fran. Our picks tomorrow because it's Thursday. Psycho Science Show. We're not on Friday.
Right. Yeah.
Last one for you. You mentioned Justin from Vina Nova.
Mm-hmm.
Always nice when people watch the show and bring some sort of here. It's a new spin on what we've done, or maybe tie it into something famous from pop culture.
Yeah.
So Justin sent this in. He thought my hair looked like a bird on my head.
I took a picture of you yesterday because somebody texted me while we were doing the show. So I took a picture of the show and they're like, is that the Macho Man, Randy Savage?
Step into a Slim Jim.
And what's great is I see it in so many forms. I see it really unkempt. Is that how he goes? Yeah. And then when it's up in a bun and nicely kind of coiffed, it's versatile.
It's like I have 4 hairs, not one.
It's a lot. Yeah. Literally.
And just literally. Okay. That's the Pinder report for Village Honda. Thank you, Dean.
There you go. They want to buy your car or do Village Honda? Sell it to them. You'll get paid in 24 hours. No hassle. Go by, get your no obligation appraisal done today. Village Honda, your dealership for life. Visit them online, villagehonda.com. Northwest Auto Mall. A few things we want to get to here before we go.
Mm-hmm.
The big game is coming up on February 12th.
Oh yeah,
that big game. I don't think we can.
It's a super sports experience.
We were going to go to
Sabres Flames. It's a big one.
Yeah. We were going to go, first we were going to Arizona, and then it was to Buffalo and all of that. I don't know details. Wonder if maybe Grey Eagle Casino is the place you just want to be. It's not far from here. Just down the street.
You know what we have not done is done a big event where our boys can come in and we can, talk about ourselves a lot. And they can tell us how awesome we are. And
2-minute warning, second half, we can really start to kind of. But guys, you should see. So the internet, how it works is it's like fiber that comes into the back of the build. February 12th, you could at Grey Eagle. They got the watch party, wings and a pitcher, 12 bean.
Excuse me? In this economy?
I'll have 5 of those.
The Grey Eagle's going to go out of business.
Yeah. Order a wings and a pitcher for $12. Also, you have a chance to win a 65-inch Samsung TV and a sound bar.
Just like my house.
That's right. This one will work. This is a brand new TV.
My God.
Unlike the Warner
Christmas.
The Warner party.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one. There's a chance we're going to be there. Detail it.
You know what's good also about going to Grey Eagle? And instead of those places that you mentioned, no de-icing.
Yeah, you don't need to de-ice to get into the Grey Eagle.
Buffalo a long time. It feels like you need to leave, right?
I think he's ready for a trip.
Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. They got the event center. We'll tell you more about what's going on there this weekend. Busy weekend over at the event center. But there you go. It's going to be the place to be on Big Game Sunday, February 12th. Wings and a pitcher for $12.
I thought that was a typo.
Like, truly, how many would you have?
Well, until I can't eat anymore, I can always drink more.
How many hours is he there? He'd have more than one pitcher per hour. So, no, maybe not. A pitcher's a lot.
How do you get a pitcher
crush every hour he'd order?
I know.
That's got to be a typo.
And pivoting from there, how many of those would you have? It is Wednesday, and at Montana's, it's all-you-can-eat ribs. And I've asked you this before. How many of those, Retro, could you eat?
I'm a double rack.
1, 2, 3, 4,
2 full racks.
Now, I think what they do, and I think it's smart, is I shouldn't say, I'm kind of freelancing here, but I think you get the rack, and then I think they, like, how much more, they kind of ask you, how much more do you want? They're not just going to bring you rack. Like 4 ribs, 6. Do you want half a rack? How much more? So you would say, exactly. So you would start with the full, and then you just say, bring me one more full.
What they'll probably do is for Rhett, they would move one of those big, like, Rubbermaid garbages, like the huge garbage can. And when bones were overheaping, it would be sir, we're going to have to ask you to leave.
Now, we got the different sauces for that. You get to pick.
No, they have 2 sauces?
Yeah, bud. Think they're just going to, here's the sauce. Come on, buddy. All you can eat ribs. Montana's Barbecue and Bar, bringing back the viewing party, the masters of barbecue and comfort food, fire-grilled, smoked in-house, sauced up, meaty, tender, and delivered right to your table. It doesn't get much better than all-you-can-eat ribs Wednesdays at Montana's Barbecue and Bar. Montana's.ca is the website. Go and find that location nearest you and enjoy.
Hope you had a good Taco Tuesday yesterday as well.
Yeah, don't say that. Tomorrow, so you'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow. You'll be here tomorrow, right?
What day is tomorrow? Thursday?
Thursday.
Okay.
I think that means yes.
Okay.
It said K.
Because we're going to need you at your best. We'll get you the smelling sauce, smelling salts sauce for Ask Rhett tomorrow.
Can we get that queued up for the end of the show, maybe?
Both of us reached out to me yesterday and today.
Who? Did he?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
Said he's great. He's got something secret he wants to talk to me about.
So devious. I'd like to tell you guys what Shaman was talking to me about, but can't really do it.
It's top secret. I've said too much.
I've said too much. Hope Street Rental Property Management. Shaman and the folks at Hope Street, they get it done for you. Canada. It's their property manager of the year. Locations Vancouver, Edmonton, and Calgary. And for these purposes, you want to ask Retro, the Rhetster. You want some of. We've gotten a lot from Rhett today. You want to have him to impart that wisdom on specific items in your life. Email askrett@flamesnation.ca.
Yeah.
Send us an email and we'll fire them out to Retro tomorrow.
These guys cut me off on a lot of things, so this is your time to ignore these 2 dopes and get to the heart of that.
That's right. I do look forward to it. Because it's especially if you're in a really bad mood or a really good mood. It's good stuff. I think he's been in a good mood lately. Although Monday was
I got like 3 hours of sleep last night.
Is that the magic number? You've been great.
My whoop said I was fully recovered. I'm like, well, this thing is clearly out to lunch. It's been
Are you removing
strap, yeah.
your endorsement of the whoop?
I'm questioning the whoop's ability to evaluate my sleep patterns, my circadian.
We're gonna have to explain this.
Why did you only get 3 hours of sleep?
I was pulling a boom. I was lying down in the sleeping position, and
you were stressing about your new business and how you were going to make ends meet, and whether you'd made a wise life decision, and if you regret what you've done with your life.
Oh, man, this is a lot of money to be. Oh, wait a minute, a lot of shit to go along with this, and I think I'll watch Seinfeld. The shuffler's like, I heard the TV on at 2 a.m. Well,
stupid Seinfeld pace. Try to sleep here.
Let's do our Betway bets and we'll get out of here for the day.
Show flew by. What happened?
I know. Look at that.
Look at pseudoscience just filled the time.
Poof. Yeah, there it is. We saw Columbus here in town a couple nights ago. They are in Edmonton tonight.
Boy.
I'm going straight there. Blue Jackets at Oilers. Oilers have won 6 in a row. I think that they are going to get sauteed, diced, fricasseed. They're no good. I'm going to just take a shot. First goal scorer, Leon Draisaitl, plus 600. Why not? Let's go.
Yeah, sure.
And
that's
if I'm
what
going
you call
for him
it,
to score.
Pinder? What do you call it? Big game hunting?
This is big game hunting, plus 600. Look at that. Woo!
Yeah, it's
put down 100, walk away with 700.
Be responsible, right? Don't go do it.
Understand what this is. This is a risk. I like you, showing a little chutzpah. Yeah.
Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, both to score goals.
That's the stack.
Plus 200. So, was it 6 in a row for the Oilers? Those two guys, they're in on all of it. So, we're gonna take a roll of the dice here with our Betway bets.
I see your confidence in the Oilers. I'm gonna one up you. I'm not just going Draisaitl McDavid stack, which usually plays plus 250. I'm adding Zach Hyman.
Whoa.
Plus 550. That's how bad Columbus was. That we've been completely inspired. I watched them like blank the Oilers 2-0, and Draisaitl's asleep the whole night on the bench or something. But they looked so bad defensively. I'm also jumping on the over 7.5. Plus 165.
That could be a team total for the Oilers.
I mean, if the Oilers get 6, that just leaves 2 for Columbus to get.
2, guys. Just 2. And with old McDude and Leon flying around and Blankenship or whatever on the back end there on the PK. Good luck.
Bundaberg rum. The more penalties, the better too, guys. Let's make this a special teams affair. Let's go. Don't
go in their house and have them push you around. You stand up to those sons of guns. Kane and whoever the hell else they got.
Kane's not playing. He's at his bankruptcy hearing.
Nugent Hopkins, those thugs up there. Don't let them push you around. You stand up to those guys. Tomorrow, ask Rhett. Game day.
Should probably make our Betway NFL picks for the weekend as well.
Damn right. We'll do that tomorrow as well. And get you ready for our Jasper weekend. I got to find my stuff. I don't even know where my stuff is. I found the skates. I don't know where my sticks or gloves. My wife is like, do you need to take stuff? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, she said, are you taking gear? And I thought she meant to do the show or whatever. I said, well, no, we're just
or create some video maybe.
Yeah, we can do some video. No, like to play. Well, yeah. I think you need a helmet and gloves and stuff. So, do you know where that is? No, I don't know where it is. I think it's in the garage up in the crawl space.
I think you're gonna want elbow pads and shin pads as well, big boy.
They do recommend them.
Shins is gonna make sense because you know how those Oilers guys are gonna take this way too seriously. Yeah, zipping knee-high passes,
rattling
through the slot.
Shots off my shins.
And if you're gonna fall, your body's gonna recover. Except if it's an elbow, then you're just effed. Those take forever to heal.
Iggy had to have surgery on his.
Was this like a little bursa sac thing going on there? The bone spur? Yeah.
Oh, my buddy.
One day just blows up. That happened to
remember when that happened to me?
Yes, I do actually. That's right.
The big hot elbow?
It was like someone put an air hose in you. It was like
And then the doctor went in with a needle and started sucking the juice out. And then it actually took a little piece of cartilage with it. It stopped sucking.
And then he put it in a shot glass and
put some
Tabasco on.
Then you drank it. That's it, buddies. Thanks for watching Barnbirder and listening. Be with you tomorrow. Have a good one. We'll see you.
See ya.
So Oilers suck.
That's right.
So much to stand.